Hi BookTube! My name is Sarah and welcome to the Bookish Knitter. Today I'm coming to you with another daily reading vlog. Welcome back to the daily reading vlogs, my friends. Today is Saturday. It is the 7th of October. Happy Saturday, everybody. So it is the Saturday of a long weekend. It's Thanksgiving weekend. Americans watching, don't panic. You didn't sleep through October and part of November. It's Canadian Thanksgiving this weekend. So yeah, for those of you who might be new or who didn't know, I had COVID. I tested positive last Sunday, but I'd been sick since about a week ago Thursday. So a little over a week. And I'm actually very much so now on the mend. The first time I had COVID last Christmas was a horrific experience. I was down for the count for 3 weeks. There are parts of December I don't even remember. But this was far, far better in terms of being sick. If you had to be sick, this was I actually had 4 days off of work because my office we don't do work from home. So I actually took legitimate sick days and I was off sick. So I have to say, the work from home culture is great, that you can, in case of inclement weather, or if your child is sick, or if you're just not feeling that great, but you want to still be, still do your work, you can work from home, for a lot of companies. But there's something to be said about being sick and literally just unplugging. I would have felt like I would have had to have, which is what I did last time I had COVID. I worked those 3 weeks, I should not have been on the phone with people. I was running such high fevers and blah, blah, blah. And it was the same this time. And it was nice to legitimately unplug and just be sick. Just let yourself just lay in bed and watch Netflix and read a book, not have to worry about, I feel like garbage, but I do have to log on and check my email. And you know what I mean? That is something that I think that nowadays we're missing is having that time to actually have a sick day. How many of you who work from home, what was the last time you legitimately took a sick day? Yeah, did I get behind on my work? Yeah, I did, absolutely. When I went back yesterday, it was a horror show, and I had to spend half of my day trying to organize everything and then start back to, what I was doing, and I ended up staying a bit late last night, which was fine, but I think it was worth it at the end of the day, if that makes sense. So anyway, so I was off and back to work yesterday. Now I'm off for the next 3 days. Which is kind of nice, lets me get over everything for sure. And yeah, but anyway, I thought I would pop in here, guys, and say hello. It's been a while. I have some stuff to update you on. Well, I'm not gonna get into what I went over during the earlier part of the week. I have read 2 books already this week. One of them you guys will have seen. I did a little short, kind of a 1-minute review. That was kind of fun. I might do that for the other books that I read too. We shall see. But I will be having a weekly reading wrap-up coming up tomorrow, so anything that I finish, I will be doing my full reviews on. I've started a new crafting project I want to show you, and I'll show you what I'm reading. But first of all, it's time for tea. So I showed this to you guys a month or so ago, maybe less. I got the David's Tea Halloween wheel of tea, if you will. Let me just open it up and show you guys the inside. So this came with 12 different teas, and as you can see, some are missing. So I have pulled out one of each. Now I haven't touched this yet. This is the first time. So I put them in this very fancy Walmart bag. So what I'm going to do for the next 12 days, kind of like a little mini advent maybe, is I'm going to reach in a tea advent. I'm going to reach in, grab a tea, and then later on today I will make that tea and let you guys know my thoughts on it. A lot of these I've already had, but some of them I have not, so it's just going to be kind of fun. I'm going to do the same with the advent calendar this year as well. And I used to take the tea to work, and then I'd make it at work and tell you guys later, oh, blah, 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 it was good or not. But I think I might wait till I get home at night, kind of make it my nighttime routine, if you will. So let's reach in and grab a tea for later today. Because right now, it's coffee time. I have not had coffee in so long. And we have Monopoly on right now at McDonald's, so that's very exciting. We have not one, oh no, wait. We're one away from a car and one away from a trip to Universal, so in other words, we're never getting those pieces. But we did win a mini donut. So, cheers to that. They should give more food prizes. That's my opinion. Just my opinion. Anyway, for the amount of people that throw out those ones anyway because they feel like it's not worth it, they're not out any money if they're giving away food prizes. So today's tea is going to be a favorite of mine, pumpkin chai. Yay. So this is a medium caffeine tea, and it is a black tea. Ingredients: black tea, cinnamon, cloves, caramel. So yeah, what does it say about, whoops, the pumpkin chai? Or yeah, I think that's really, really it. But I think that is I think some of these are exclusive to this. Yeah, pumpkin chai, black tea. Like I said, medium caffeine. So I will have that this afternoon. It is delightful. I'll show you when I open it, like, because this is actually in a tea bag. You might be able to see the orange. Those are actually little pieces of pumpkin, like not actual pumpkin, but candy pumpkins. Fancy tea. So yay on that. That is today's tea. Check back tomorrow for tomorrow's tea. Okay, so should I get on to my reading or should I show you guys what I've been crafting? Let me show you what I've been crafting. We'll leave the books till the end. Because who's here for books? Tea, crafting, whatever. So I've been knitting a pair of socks, and I love my pair of socks. They're still on the needles. They're just over here in my little craft basket beside the bed. But I wanted to start a new pair of socks, and I wanted to start a new pair of socks with a bit of a challenge to them. So not just a simple knit pair of socks. I wanted something with a pattern to them. So I was back on Ravelry. For those of you who are crafters, if you don't know what Ravelry is, it is a free website. It's not the best. There was some issues a couple years ago, but they are really great in terms of patterns. Like pretty much it's a storing house for patterns for knitting, crochet, things like that. So you sign up for free and there's lots of different groups. So there was a group I used to belong to many years ago when I first started on Ravelry called Sock Knitters Anonymous. And they run a challenge every single month. And I was shocked when I noticed they were still doing it. So what it is every month they have a new theme, a couple different themes. And your challenge is to knit a pair of socks based on one of those themes or based on one of the designers. They always have like a featured designer. So you would have to get that designer's a pattern and knit their socks. If you do like follow the rules and you cast on the first of the month and you cast off the full set of socks by the end of the month, you could be entered in to win a whole bunch of different prizes. I'm not here for prizes. I just kind of wanted the prompt. And the prompt for this month, for October, was cables. And I was so excited because I love knitting cables. So I went and searched and I found this pattern that somebody else was knitting and I thought it was so pretty. And the title of it, guys, it was just perfect. So let me show you guys the finished sock. So that's what they look like. So do you see the cable running up through the sock? Very pretty. That's exactly what I wanted to do. So the title of these socks are A Little Hocus Pocus. Isn't that delightful? So these are a paid-for pattern by, I cannot remember the designer's name. I'll link it down below, the designer for you guys. I am so sorry. It doesn't have it here. Yeah. Oh, darn. Sorry about that, guys. But I did cast them on the other day, and here's the fun thing. So I was going through my yarn to see what I had and what might fit. And I found this yarn, and I'm like, oh my god, it was made for it. So I bought this yarn years ago. I had cast it on for something else and decided I didn't like it and tore it out and just rolled it back in a ball and put it with the rest of my yarn. So there's the yarn, okay? The yarn, I cannot remember the dyer because I did lose the tag, but I absolutely remember the colorway, and it's called Amok Amok Amok, which is Sarah Jessica Parker's Amok 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 from Hocus Pocus. It is perfect, absolutely perfect. So I'm knitting these on a US 1. Sorry, it's all, when I shoved it back in the bag last night, everything got a little messed up. So let me just do this. You're not gonna be able to see much right now because I literally just started them, but so there's the cabling started right there. So yeah, so that's it. It's just knitting around and around, but you know, every row I have to do something with this little cable pattern. So it'll have, and it's a left sock and a right sock that you knit. So the pattern's different depending on if you're knitting the left side or the right sock. So yeah, I mean, again, you can't see much, But as we go on with these, you'll probably see more. But do you see that? I love cabling. You know what? For those of you who are knitters who are intimidated by trying cabling, don't be. It is literally very, very straightforward. It looks so much more impressive when you see it. You're just manipulating the stitches. That's all you're doing. So yeah, beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So that's what I've been crafting on. And, you know, because I have to go with the whole theme, this is the bag it's living in. So anyway, guys, that is that. Oh my gosh, this is going to be a longer vlog today. What am I currently reading? So I am currently almost finished The Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches by Sanu Mandana. I am almost done. I will finish this morning. Garrett and I have to go out this afternoon. My goal is to finish this morning. When I'm done recording here, I'm going to sit down and get this done. I am listening to it on audio, so I'm going to work some more on my socks and get this finished. Guys, I love this book. I absolutely love this book. So stay tuned. Later today, I will give you my quick review, but tomorrow will be my full review. And I did decide to pick up just a random Harlequin book. I was looking through what I had, and I'm like, ooh, I've wanted to read this one. And this is Widow's Secrets by Shelley Shepherd Gray. This is a love-inspired cold case. So this is a secondary series within the love-inspired suspense books, and I think there's like 17 of them, but they're all just cold cases, but the only thing they have in common is cold cases. But this is the first book in the series, so you can't tell from this cover when I finish the book and I show you guys like the full cover. It's like a drawbridge, and there's like it's all fall and the leaves it's a beautiful cover, like really, really stunning. So yeah, and I'm reading this on my Kindle Basic because I am working through reading off all of my devices. Anyway, guys, 12 minutes in. I haven't said hi to you in a while, and I will talk to you guys later today. Bye, everybody. Hi friends, it is about 7:45 at night and I am exhausted. It's been a long day. It's been a busy day. I shouldn't say it's been a long day. Did a lot of running around today and came home at one point and I actually had a nap for like an hour and a half. And I thought, okay, great, then I can stay up a bit later tonight. And I finished my dinner about 6:30, 7 o'clock, 6:30ish. And I was suddenly freezing cold. Like the temperature has dropped a lot. But a part of me was wondering like if I'm running a fever again. So I went and took a hot bath and took a couple Tylenol and I'm feeling much better now. So maybe that's what it was. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, so I went back out again this afternoon. And like I said, it's been kind of cold. Like it's been drizzly and cold. So I don't know if it's just that bone, you know, like I mean like that damp cold. So yeah, anyway, I did finish a book today. Oh, actually, so I've got my tea. I showed you guys the clip of me making the tea. Here it is. It is delicious. I absolutely love it. It smells so good, you guys. So I'm going to drink that, and I'm going to sit here and relax. Now it's only 7:45. I don't want to go to bed yet, because if I go to bed now, I'm going to be up at like 7 o'clock in the morning, and I don't want that, because it's what happened this morning, and I just don't want to be up that. I want to be able to sleep in just a little bit. Yeah, so anyway, I finished reading a book today. I finished reading The Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches by Sanu Mandana. I did listen to this on audio. It was absolutely fantastic on audio. I gave this 4.5 stars. So what I got thinking about today is that I've decided that I am actually going to put my reviews in these daily vlogs. It's just going to be easier instead of me filming a completely different video. I actually think that for the time being, I'm just going to do daily vlogs. I won't be doing really extra videos. I know you guys like a lot of the Harlequin anticipated reads and things like that. And I will be doing my Friday, my TBR. So those videos I'm going to keep doing. So those will be the only extra video throughout the week. But I think I'm just going to kind of just be doing the one video a day. I mean, that's still a lot. It's a lot more than some booktubers, right? And I mean, I'm not throwing shade. You do you, you know, like people can do what they can do. Everybody's lifestyle is different. Everybody's time is different. You know, we all have different things that we prioritize and we don't prioritize and what have you. So, but I think for the time being that this is going to be it for me, because I can kind of include everything. I can do book hauls in these. I can talk about various bookish subjects. I can, you know what I mean? This is the great thing about vlogs, is that it's a clearinghouse in a way of being able to do all kinds of cool things. So anyway, I finished this today. I absolutely loved it. Like I said, 4.5 stars. I did listen to it on audio. It was narrated by, oh gosh, bear with, I've got my laptop here beside me. So let me very, very quickly look it up. McLaren is the last name. It's not Shannon, not Sharon. I am so sorry. Bear with just 1 second, my friends. Let me just bring this up. So this was narrated on audio by Samara McLaren. Samara McLaren, and she did a brilliant, brilliant job. So in this story, our main character, Mika Moon, is a witch, and she is one of several witches in the world, but they all keep to themselves. They only meet the third Thursday of every third month. What was it? It's the weirdest thing. Very secret society of witches meet on the third Thursday of every third month. So, like 4 times a year. And they trade spells and they discuss, but then other than that, they don't spend time together. And that is one of the witchy rules, is that they don't want to put too many witches together for fear of persecution. So anyway, Mika, though, has a YouTube channel where she talks about being a witch. But everybody who watches her channel just automatically assumes that this is all a put on. Like, she is like, you know, tricks with the camera or what have you. So then one day she gets a call or an email or what have you from this guy saying, hey, I am in care of these 3 young witches and I need you to come and train them because you're a real witch. She's like, how do you know I am? So she ends up going there, and the story kind of unfolds from there. So these 3 witches are being raised together, which has never happened before, but they are being hidden from the rest of the world. And yeah, there's all these different characters. So Ian is the grandfather type who reached out to Mika in the beginning. His husband's name is Ken. They all live on this like estate. And then Lucy is the housekeeper and Jamie is the librarian, and he is the one who Mika ends up having a love interest with. So there is a bit of a romance in here, but it's not the main plot. The main plot is Mika learning how to deal with these kids, and these kids learning and coming into their powers. I did say in my review what would have been super, super cute is if these 3 little girls, what were their names again? Rosetta, Terracotta, and Altamira. They were all named after famous discoveries. So anyway, yeah, it was just, I thought that the 3 girls would have been great in a middle grade series, like these 3 middle grade witches, you know, but the one girl does have a potty mouth, and the oldest one keeps trying to think of ways to kill Mika because she doesn't want her there. But I mean, it's delightfully laugh out loud funny. I thought this was so good. And the if you do listen to it on audio, that is just icing on the cake. The narrator does such a brilliant, brilliant job. So yes, I really like that. So I am still reading Widow's Secret by Shelley Shepard Gray. I haven't picked that up again yet today. And I was going to start Assistant to the Villain. So I did actually start Assistant to the Villain. I got half a chapter in, and I decided I don't think it's for me. It's a lot more fantasy than I was expecting. So I prefer my fantasy when it's kind of grounded in the real world. Something like this, like the Secret Society of Witches, right? Whereas this is clearly Earth, like they're in the UK, and conventional society, you know, is the same thing. It just so happens to be inhabited by witches. Whereas Assistant to the Villain, I think, is very much a world-building fantasy type novel. And that's not necessarily my jam, and I'm just not feeling it right now. I think because I'm still coming off of COVID, my brain power is just not maybe there. So maybe I just need to hold that one off for right now. The other thing is that Amy over at Zoe Beck, I follow her on Instagram, and she talked about that book. She just finished it. And the one thing she said is that it ends on a cliffhanger, and book 2 doesn't come out till September of next year. So I think I'm going to hold off. Regardless, I'm just going to hold off, and maybe I'll try it next year. If I like it, then the sequel will be out right away, so I can go ahead and not be, stung by the cliffhanger, essentially. So I did want to put another book in there for a book with a bird on the cover. And the series that I thought about was this magical bookshop mystery series by Amanda Flower. And I've seen the covers for these, and I was looking them up on the library website on Libby, and there is a crow on the cover, and I'm like, perfect, there's a bird on the cover. Except for the first book. The first book does not have a bird in the cover. But the prompt is a book with a bird on the cover or in the story. And I'm 1 chapter in, and we've already met the crow, and his name is Faulkner. And the book I'm currently reading is Crime and Poetry by Amanda Flower. Like I said, the first book in the magical bookshop mystery series. I was in the mood for a cozy mystery, so I borrowed this one. No, I did not borrow this from the library. I did actually own it on my Kobo. It must have been on sale one day or something like that. But I also have the audio from Hoopla, so I will probably be listening to the audio and reading back and forth, which is what, I like doing with those. So yeah, guys, that's it. Bit of a longer vlog, but I hadn't talked to you guys in like a week, so just feeling chatty. And I hope you guys saw, well, you hopefully would have seen the images just before this of Missy. She came up here to, she is so nosy, and she is into everything. Oh my gosh, it's crazy. So anyway, guys, that is it. I will check in with all of you tomorrow. Take care and happy reading, everybody.